Wow, it's already like August, almost over. Wow, where did the summer go? I'm not entirely sure what the question is, so I'm just going to start talking about it, and then we're going to go. Before I read you the quote that this question is about, I'm going to read you my favorite quote thus far this week, which is by John Green, the video blogger for the Vlogbrothers. He says, "Don't just do something, stand there. We all want to do something to mitigate the pain of loss or to turn grief into something positive, to find the silver lining in the cloud. But I believe there is real value in just standing there, being still, being sad, bearing witness." John Green is more than definitely my favorite video blogger on YouTube. But the quote that this question is maybe about is by the pastor of a church that I went to yesterday, and it is, "All the important things we do probably don't make sense." He was talking about this in the context of the story of how Mary anointed the feet of Jesus with perfume and then, washed it with her hair. And Judas was like, "Dude, that's expensive stuff. Why would you not just sell it and use the money to help poor people?" Ignoring what the passage went on to say about how Judas had, poor motives for saying this thing, what Judas is saying makes sense. You could help people with the money you spent on that perfume that was just used on somebody else's feet. Even if they are Jesus's feet, still, you could help feed hungry people with that perfume money. Why would you do that? But then Jesus tells Judas to get off Mary's case because what she did was actually the right thing, even if it didn't make sense. We're a lot like Judas. We want to do things that make sense to us, to our minds, to our understanding. These things make sense, the most practical. We're practical people. We want to do things practically. And I was just like, but is that wrong to want to be practical? I guess that's my question. Is being practical wrong? Not pragmatism practicality, which disregards values, but value-based practicality, which has its values and it strives to achieve those values in an efficient manner. I don't remember exactly what Jesus said to rebuke Judas, but I remember that in there was something about how Mary was preparing him for burial, and even if she didn't know that at the time. And that was what was right about it, was that this is right because I'm going to die, and so you are anointing me for death or preparing me for death. But the quote from the pastor was that all of the things that are important that we do probably don't make sense. Is that true? I guess that's my question. Is it true that important things don't make sense? Friendship. Or maybe it was about poetry. The cop-out Christian answer, which is right now the only one I have, is that important things don't make sense to us. Or they don't seem to make sense because our ways are not his ways, and our reasoning is feeble. And I don't like copping out, but that is the only answer I have, and if it's the right answer, then any other answer I come up with is likely going to be wrong. So if you think there is a better answer than that, or if you think that that answer is true and you have some input on it, I would appreciate hearing that because I'm confused. For those of you starting school, I hope you enjoy yourselves.